Howdy campers and outdoors people, Ben from Snowy's here again today with this Explore Planet Earth Speedy Pop Up tents. I've got the 4-person and the 2-person set up behind me here today. I'm going to show you how to set up the 3-person. These are a great quick pitch tent. Basically take it out the bag and it pops into shape. All you need to do is put pegs into place. They're great for weekend getaways, maybe a second tent for the kids. I'm going to set this up for you now. I just need to take it out the bag. This comes with an elastic strap around it. All we need to do is take this strap off. Now from this stage, the instructions kind of show the user just kind of throwing it into the air and the tent pops into place. I don't recommend throwing your tent, particularly if it's a windy day. If you just sort of release it slowly and let the tent take shape, it pops up into place easily. Hardest thing is to make sure you got it upright. The black bit's the bottom, so make sure you got that facing down. Now that's the tent mostly set up. We just got to put pegs into place now. Now the most important thing to remember with the pegs is there are peg points on each corner here at the base. Some corners may appear that those loops are missing, and people can put the peg over the top of the pole here, which can be damaging to the pole. Those loops can sometimes just disappear up in the sleeve here. Just sort of fish around, find them, pull them out, make sure you put the peg through there. So it comes with 8 pegs. They're quite thin pegs, but it is enough to set the tent up. If you're using it on sand or anything, it might be worth getting some sand pegs or some heavier duty ones. So we've got 4 of these loops at the base, 4 guy ropes, 8 pegs in total. And that's our Speedy all set up. They call it a tent that sets up in seconds. Realistically, by the time you put the pegs in, it's under 5 minutes, still really quick for a tent. If we talk about the fabrics on the tent, this exterior fabric is a 40 denier polyester with a PU coating on the back. Has a 3000 ml waterhead rating. The interior tent, this is a dual skin tent, so it does have an interior. This is a 40 denier non-PU coated polyester, so this bit breathes. The floor material is a 210 denier nylon, nice and durable. In the door, at the top of the door here, and through the top of the tent is an insect-proof mesh. Now talk about the features of the tent. We look at the door on the interior of the tent. It's a single door with a mesh panel in the top. And then the door in the fly sheet is also a single door. Doesn't have a mesh panel on this one. It seals up completely on the outside. And when this is zipped up, it has a nice big storm flap around here, which interleaves at the bottom here to keep the moisture out. And just around on this side of the tent, actually on both sides of the tent, there is a window. So this is a big mesh window and a storm flap that can roll down over the front of it. Zips down each side, Velcro on the bottom. These storm flaps stop the water from getting into the zip. So there is always this gap here. The water won't get in, it's going to run over the top, but you've always got ventilation in underneath the tent. Another feature under here, you've got this little light globe that points up to a Velcro entrance, which allows you to put a power cord into the tent if you want to run any lights inside there. So moving to the back of the tent, we can see our guy rope system here. This is kind of an adjustable system that allows it to move a bit with the wind. And we've got a vent at the back here too. Now we can't close this vent up. The mesh behind here comes quite a way up, so it's going to be a fair bit of bad weather to get any water in there, but that allows some nice ventilation through the tent. Now all the features I've shown you in the 3-person tent here are the same in the 2-person and the 4-person. The only difference between the 3 models is the width or the sleeping space. I'm going to show you what's inside the 3-person tent now, and we'll jump inside. I'm sitting inside the Speedy 3-person tent here. I can sit up reasonably comfortably. My head's just touching the top here. I'm 6'1". Even though they've got length and space in the floor area, it actually slopes down a fair bit at the end here, and the corners curve around a fair bit. So if you're trying to fit a big mat in one of these, it can be a bit tight. Realistically, the 2-person is a comfortable 1-person, the 3-person is a comfortable 2-person, and the 4-person is a comfortable 3-person. Have a look at the other features inside. They're pretty basic. You've got the double doors that we came through there. They're both rolled back at the moment. We've got a mesh pocket on each side here. If we come to the top of the tent, there are 2 lantern hooks, one at each end here, probably just for a lightweight lantern. It's not a super rigid frame. And a big mesh panel right through the inner tent here. Now this inner tent is attached permanently to the outer tent. We don't ever have to pitch them separately. The coolest feature inside here is this gear hammock in the top here, which you can throw quick access items like head torches or your beanie or your car keys, so you don't lose them overnight. And this has actually got integrated USB lighting in there as well. So if you've got your little power bank, any power bank, you plug this in here and you've got some power in the roof of your Speedy tent overnight. So that's it for all the features of the Speedy tents. Packing away is pretty easy. First thing I do is pull all the pegs out. So once you've taken all the pegs out of your Speedy tent, just be wary of leaving it unattended because they can very quickly turn into a kite. Now, folding it up from here is really easy. It may seem a little difficult the first time you do it, but once you've done it once or twice, it's a cinch. First thing we need to do is stand in the middle of the tent and grab the middle of each pole and bring them all together. So we'll start with this one, grab it in the middle, match it up with the center of this one here. From this one here, we reach across and grab the middle of the upper rear pole and bring them together too. Hold them all together here. Last step is pull this across, grab the middle of the base at the rear and bring that together too. So now, if we look down at this tent, we can see we've got 2 big loops on each side here. From this point, make sure you're holding all 4 poles in the middle here, and we're going to stand it up on its end, like this. So we're now holding it on its end. We've got a big curve this way, and looking at it this way, we've got kind of 2 big teardrop shapes. So standing with the 4 poles closest to you, we want to grab this top end here, and the middle of this top end is going to come down between my feet here. It's a bit hard to grab it there, but if you grab it on the side and point this straight down, and now that top bit is just down here near my feet, and I'm pushing it across. If I look down from the top here now, I can see I've got a big loop that runs around the base here. I've got 1 loop here and 1 loop here. Now these 2 loops here, I'm going to scissor across on top of each other. Now I haven't moved my feet, I'm still standing in the one spot. So I'm going to separate them slightly, so I've now got 2 poles in my right hand, 2 poles in my left hand. I'm going to push one underneath the other, one over the top of the other, hold it flat, and now our tent's flat on the ground. From there, grab all the poles on one side, stand it up, give it a bit of a shake, and it all folds into a neat loop. Now there is an elastic loop that's attached to the tent that you can put around it. I think you need to make sure you've got it lined up the right way to find it afterwards, but it always escapes me at this point, so I don't worry about it, and I just put it straight in the bag because that's going to sit comfortably like that anyway. So now we grab the bag, put our pegs in the bottom, and that is how you pack away an Explore Planet Earth Speedy tent. Same process for all 3 sizes. You can grab these off our website at snowies.com.au at lowest prices every day, free delivery to almost anywhere in Australia. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.